front lines here, but if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided, in the backcourt with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. And the Houston Rockets starting five. They've got P.J. Tucker, Harden out there with McLemore. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's House in at the small forward. And for Indiana, Sabonis and Turner up front. Oladipo is the two with Warren playing small forward. And it's Brogdon in at the one. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to Boston. Lets it go from 14. Shots good by McLemore.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Sabonis with the bucket.
I love how Sabonis focuses in and maintains that concentration. Very good at taking on the aggressive defense.
Cousins against Turner. No good from Cousins. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Another shot. Oladipo banked in off the glass.
Boy, Oladipo has tremendous athleticism, and with his effort on the offensive glass, he keeps possessions alive for his team.
Harden the pass to House. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And Tucker kicks to McLemore. Shot clock at 6. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Oladipo. Warren dishes to Oladipo. Now here's Brogdon to the middle. Warren. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
Yeah, you know what? He's a skilled passer, so if you leave people open around Brogdon, he'll make you wish you didn't.
McLemore, the pass to House. Over Warren. Here's Cousins. Good work defensively by Turner.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Warren. That shot is off. The Rockets go the other way with it. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Cousins pulls it in. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. T.J. Warren picks one up. And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
And so he hits both.
Yeah, you know, this is Indiana's second year now, guys, without Paul George. Obviously, that trade had a ripple effect, and in some ways, it's still being felt.
Brogdon kicks to Oladipo. Pulls from the top of the key, and he connects with the jumper.
Well, I tell you what, when he's operating in the pick and roll, Oladipo really hard to defend. He's outstanding at putting pressure on the defense.
Passes it to Tucker. There's the three. The rebound by Brogdon. And the Pacers ended up with a pretty decent deal given George's public demand.
Yeah, I agree, because it was a tough situation for the Pacers once it became clear Paul George was not going to re-sign. The Pacers happy with Oladipo and Sabonis, actually thrilled, but at the same time, you look at OKC and Paul George putting up MVP numbers, makes you wonder what could have happened had he stayed.
Pass to Cousins. Now McLemore. There's the pass to Harden. Hands it from downtown. Harden's got 5 now.
You know, a good percentage of Harden's points come from beyond the arc. He works extremely hard to find the space he needs on the perimeter.
Pass to Oladipo. Over McLemore. Offensive rebound, Pacers. Here's Turner. And finally they hit one.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And McLemore kicks to Harden. Passes it to House. Fires the 3. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That is his first foul of the game. Brogdon with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Out to Turner. No one near him.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Harden with the basket on the assist from McLemore.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden, so much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
Pass to Brogdon. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Indiana with it. Sabonis, the pass to Brogdon. Now here's Oladipo, guarded by McLemore. Clock is at 3. Good on the triple. Oladipo's got 7 points in the game.
Seems to get better every year from outside. Oladipo feeling comfortable pulling the trigger.
Harden inside the 3-point line. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Stolen by Tucker. Now the pass to Harden. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. 9 points in the game so far.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Pass to Brogdon. Over in the corner, Turner. Sabonis trying to get open. No good from outside.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis. It's Brogdon on the wing. Tries to save it. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Tucker. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, you know, Tucker's a little undersized, but he makes up for it with leaping ability and reach.
Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Tucker. Houston in the lead. Dishes it to Harden. Back to Tucker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
That's good from Tucker. Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason, and the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Pacers trail by 4. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. In third, the Pacers.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
And here's McConnell. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Lamb against Wall. Lamb passes to Sabonis. That one no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
To the paint. Here's McDermott. That one goes. Counted.
McDermott does a solid job scoring close to the basket at 6'8". His size allows him to capitalize from there.
Outside, Wall. Outside, Green. Passes it to Wood. Lays it up off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
McConnell scanning the floor. Shot on the way. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Right wing. Here's Wall. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Over McConnell. A nice shot by Wall. And it's a 6-point Houston lead.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
McConnell passes to McDermott. Left side, Turner. McConnell in the corner. From deep. He can't get that one to fall. So Houston will take it the other way. Pass to Gordon. 1:31 left in the first quarter. And it's Wall in the corner. Connects from three-point range. Wall's got 5. And so it's Indiana with it. 9-point game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Sabonis inside. Guarded by Tucker. McConnell kicks to McDermott. Shot clock at 3. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Got that one up quick. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And they get it. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 5.
The main weapon in McDermott's arsenal. So good at cashing in from behind the arc.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Wall passes to Green. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now, here's McConnell, covered by Wall. Bounce pass from McConnell. Sabonis, no good. A deep three from Green, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stops to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And right nowadays, it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Houston, the forwards are Gordon and Tucker. Green is out there with Wall, and it's Wood in at the 5 down low.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. Clark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They could play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
The putback.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Here's Wall, and he banks in the layup. Wall's got 7 points in the game. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He could.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'd like to see more passes like that from McDermott, especially when guys are open.
Over in the corner, Green. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Out to the wing. Sabonis inside. Guarded by Tucker. McConnell kicks to Holiday. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Indiana needs to get a shot. McDermott for 3. No good. Shot missing. Rockets leading by 14. And the wide open shot from Green. That 3 off the mark.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Now, here's McConnell. Not a lot of room. Count that one.
At 6'11" and 255 pounds, Turner is a load. Very hard trying to guard him inside.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. In the corner, it's Gordon. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
There's Sabonis. It's rebounded by Houston. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Right on the bucket. Sabonis has got 4 points in the quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And some changes here for the Pacers. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Sabonis. Victor Oladipo comes in for McDermott. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Houston with a big group substitution here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Emmanuel House comes in for Gordon. And McLemore, he's checked in for Gerald Green. And James Harden subbed in for John Wall. Brogdon against Harden. Now, here's Wall. Guarded closely. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the first names that come to mind.
The last few seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh man, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled them.
And the basket is good. And the Rockets lead by 17.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Oladipo for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Oladipo's got 10 points in the game.
You know, Oladipo feels like he can take and make this shot whenever he wants to. You can just see the confidence.
Cousins, the pass to McLemore. The pass to Wood, shoots over Turner. Wood can't hit. And Brogdon has got the ball here for Indiana. They trail by 14. Oladipo taking his time here. The shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Cousins. Brogdon against Harden. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Brogdon outside. to Oladipo. Launches a three. James Harden with the rebound.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
McLemore, the pass to Cousins. Bucket is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Warren against Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And McLemore slams it in.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Now Warren, he's coming off a 22-point game against Boston. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Pacers. On Saturday, they'll head out on the road to face the 76ers in Philadelphia. Then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that.
In this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
He doesn't get the second one. Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. Thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
And the dunk by McLemore.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to Los Angeles, and the Pacers call time here.
And guys, aggressive in creating his own shots, but thus far they have not been falling. Probably a good time to try and devote some of that energy to getting others involved.
Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for him.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
The shot by Brogdon, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels. That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Harden goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Warren trying to break loose, and it's Oladipo that time on the assist from Brogdon.
You know, you got to give it up for Oladipo, being able to maintain his poise and not letting the contact bother him. That's good concentration.
At the elbow, it's Cousins. Back to Harden. Pass to Cousins. Over Turner. Again, the Rockets score.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And here comes House, leading the fast break. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Lamb. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Unable to get that one. So Houston will take it the other way. Here's Harden. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Pass to Brogdon. Outside, Lamb. Warren trying to break loose. No good from Lamb.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Down low, stolen by Harden. Here's McLemore. They get the rebound. Cousins fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight bucket.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for Miles Turner, and it's Doug McDermott in for Oladipo. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins.
This is where we see Cousins a lot. He's always up there among the league leaders in free throw attempts. It's so hard to handle in the post. The D just never knows what to do with him.
Outside Warren. Here's Brogdon. That one wide left.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
Here's Gordon. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Gordon's got 4 points in the quarter.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Outside Warren. The pass to Lamb. Over McLemore. No good from Lamb.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
That free throw good for McLemore. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the Pacers. And a change for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Danuel House. And McLemore drops them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Outside Warren. Trying to get something going. He's off on that one. Nice D from Cousins. Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. A nice shot by Tucker.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's Sabonis. And the shot goes down. Sabonis has got 6 in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Now here's Harden. He's covered by McConnell. To the wing right side. From deep, McLemore. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Rockets ahead, just dominating this one. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 5 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, what you think about the Rockets?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
Well, with the way they struggle to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. Do not be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis and Turner up front, and it's Brogdon in at the 1 spot. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Oladipo outside. Harden against Brogdon. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's Houston on the break. No coverage that time. 14 points for Ben McLemore.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Now, here's Sabonis. Fires from the corner. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Warren the pass to Sabonis. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got 4 rebounds in this game. And McLemore kicks to House. Back to McLemore. Here's Cousins. Missed inside.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Warren on the wing. Oladipo for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Oladipo's got 17.
Can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
You know, over time, Harden has really mastered the pump fake. Amazing watching him continue to trick the defense time and time again.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin. I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night, And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Count it. He's got 12.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
They get a hand on it. Outside Warren. Brogdon outside. From deep three-point range. The Rockets pull it in. Tucker's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. Warren, the pass to Sabonis. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And so it's Indiana with it. Brogdon outside. Pass to Oladipo. 5 on the clock. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Yeah, a volume shooter, and Harden is aggressive and assertive at really trying to jumpstart himself. And when he does, watch out.
To the inside. Here's Sabonis. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Sabonis has got 10.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
On the wing, Green. Off target from three-point range. For Indiana, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Brogdon kicks to Oladipo. Over Green. With the second effort and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Can't afford to be too handsy with Sabonis. He's very good at forcing the issue and getting these calls.
And you look at per minute production, you can make a strong case that Domantas Sabonis at times has been underutilized. With consistent minutes, he can give you an efficient 20-10 every night.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw good. Sabonis. And Sabonis having to spend some time at the power forward spot in today's game, Greg. He's pretty big for that position.
I mean, 6'11", 240. He's gotten leaner, done some yoga, worked on strengthening those hips, looking to stay mobile. And that ought to serve him whichever position he plays.
And Sabonis drops them both.
Domantas Sabonis, so versatile, brings so much to his position. He scores, he passes, rebounds, and defends at a high level.
Here's Cousins. Sabonis grabs the board.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Wall against Brogdon. Outside, Wall. Passes to Green. Here's Cousins. Shoots over Brogdon. The Rockets with another miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Inside. And Tucker kicks to Wall. Houston moving it around. Sabonis against Cousins. He's now now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
Pass to Oladipo. Here's Sabonis. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Well, I love the aggressive nature with which Sabonis offensive rebounds. He hustles. He's got great energy, but he's also pretty skilled. And you saw all of that right there.
Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for John Wall.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
Houston making a switch here. Woods checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
To the middle. Here's Wood. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
The pass to Oladipo. Back to Warren. Brogdon outside. From downtown. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Wall.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Yep, it counts.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Wall against Brogdon. Outside Holiday. It's hauled in by Wood. Rockets have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. House. The Pacers pull it in.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Here's Brogdon, and it's blocked. Tucker dishes the Wall. Yep, that one goes. Wall's got 10 points. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Oladipo outside. To end the run. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Oladipo's got 9 points now in just the second half. To the paint, here's Tucker, and good, coming off the assist by Wall.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Oladipo. Rebound by John Wall.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Wasted no time on that one. House has got his second bucket of the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Sabonis, the pass to Brogdon. Over to Wall. Here's Sabonis, up and in on the layup. Sabonis has got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Green finds Wall. Wall draws the double. It's House outside. The three-pointer is right on target. 7 points in the game.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Oladipo against Green. Oladipo misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And here's Green outside, and another three for Houston.
Well, he is a volume three-point shooter, and when you look at Green, he's dangerous from that three-point line.
Oladipo outside. Offensive rebound.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
The Pacers shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Back to Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
Brogdon against Wall. Pass to Wood. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Oladipo outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's foul number 2 for him. The Pacers have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. Turner, he's checked in for Sabonis. McDermott comes in for Justin Holiday. Lamb, he's checked in for Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. The Rockets also changing it up. Gordon's checked in for Daniel House. McLemore has come in for Green. And it's James Harden in for John Wall. McDermott kicks to McConnell. Over in the corner, Turner. Just 5 on the clock. Rockets with the rebound. McLemore's got 4 rebounds in this game. With some arc, and he sinks the layup. McLemore's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
McConnell passes to Turner. McDermott with it. He's got 6. A three-pointer, no good. Out to the right wing. Down low. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McConnell kicks to Warren. Shoots over Tucker. And the shot by Warren, no good. And it's Houston on the break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, hard to corral the energy that P.J. Tucker plays with. And he gets in there and mixes it up, and he'll go to the line.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Tucker.
You know, starting out in the D-League, then bouncing around the international circuit, Tucker took the long, hard road to get here.
Both free throws good from Tucker. 7 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's McConnell. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
And, you know, it's awesome to see Harden giving his all on defense. That's been an area that he's needed to improve on. Really making an effort to stay with his guy.
And so it's the Houston Rockets enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the Rockets, we've got Brown, Gordon out there with PJ Tucker, and it's Caboclo in at the 4-man position. And it's blocked out to Lamb. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Bitadze. That shot off, and the Rockets take it the other way. Brown wide open, he fires, and the 3 off target. Now the Pacers with it. And here's McDermott. It's good. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past. But the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams. Although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
ABC's checked in for Houston. That's good from Turner. Mark, you were talking about the unicorns. Miles Turner in that category as a shot blocker who can space the floor. I don't think he's got a ceiling. What about you?
I think his ceiling is really high, Kevin. He's still young, which always bodes well for somebody with his work ethic and skill set. I think he can be an all-star player. Franchise player, those are few and far between. I'm not sure if he can get to that level, but all-star certainly within his reach.
Here's McDermott to the inside. Now Turner. Now here's McConnell. Pass to Lamb. Here's the 3. Bitadze. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Ball's knocked loose. The pass to Clemens. And nothing is falling for him right now. McDermott dishes to Lamb. Has to be Bitadze. Lets it go from 14. The Rockets pull it in. Brown the pass to ABC. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Passes it to Turner. And here's McConnell. Pass to Bitadze. Shoots over Brown. Bitadze with the bucket.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And there's the pass to Gordon. Houston moving it around. Caboclo, the pass to Clemens. No good with the triple. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. McDermott kicks to McConnell. Back to McDermott. Floats one. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
For 3, Gordon. And it's McConnell with the rebound. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Pass to Lamb. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound, and Turner stays with it.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Clemens, he's covered by McConnell. That one goes in.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Outside, Lamb. McConnell with it. Here's Bitadze. Pulls it up. It's hauled in by Gordon. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the final. You like that?
Yes and no. I think you have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Edmund Sumner comes in for Miles Turner, and Aaron Holiday is subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Quick release from Gordon. Like seeing him shoot it as soon as he gets it.
Holiday, the pass to McDermott. Kicks it to Lamb. Pulls it from the elbow. There's Bitadze, and he makes good on the layup. Bitadze's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Brown outside. Gordon, the pass to Clemens. Releases. The Pacers pull it in. Lamb's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Holiday left side. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Gordon. A rebound by Bitadze. Bitadze's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out left to the wing. Here's Holiday. They shoot again. Passes it to Sumner. Lamb against Gordon. Lamb passes to Bitadze. Here's Holiday. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. The Pacers making a change here. Holiday's checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Wall's checked in. And so it's Indiana with it. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Nice shot by McDermott.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
There's the pass to Clemens. Here's ABC. He feeds it to Wall. Wall draws the double. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Indiana. Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right. The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. Here's Sumner. Outside Holiday. Clock at 6. Pass to Bitadze. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
And finished off by McDermott.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Drills the three-pointer.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Here's Sumner. Pass to McDermott. Here's Bitadze. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Houston Rockets. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
And he sinks the second. And for the Rockets, they're shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
He kicks it to Holiday. Passes it to Bitadze. Back to Holiday. The pass to Sumner. He tries for three. No good that time.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Wall passes to Caboclo. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Holiday against Wall. Pass to Sumner. Back to Holiday. Pass to Bitadze. Now the feed to McDermott. No good there.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Wall looking it over. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. And Holiday throws it down.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Wall draws the double. The dish to Brown. Back to Wall. Here's Caboclo. No good on the three. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pacers.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Houston.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
Now they've got their sights set on that sweep, Greg, 3-zip. And given what's going on in the first 2 games, my guess is that's what's going to happen.
Outside Holiday. Passes it to Bitadze. Over to Wall. Bitadze can't hit. Dishes the Wall. So you see the Rockets taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we're just trying to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.